So since I have a few friends that are really interested in gardening this year, and I've been studying up on a lot of tricks and things that have been really helpful for me this year, I just wanted to share a little tour, if you will, a garden tour. Here is mine, my 2 rows. I have one more that's just like corn and amaranth. But this is really the interesting part, I think. So when you first walk into it, I have an arched trellis that is an old salvaged cattle panel. Right here I have a royal burgundy bush bean that is flowering, starting to put off some beans, which is exciting. I haven't seen those yet. I have a mammoth sunflower over here and 2 mammoth sunflowers over here that are both starting to get little heads, which is exciting. I have a zinnia plant down here that is taking its sweet little time going. I'm rooting it on though. And then I have a couple borage plants over there that we had to deal with some pests, but I think they're starting to pull through, so that's good. So on this arched trellis, in the front, I have 2 varieties of cucumbers. So this one, I believe, is a lemon cucumber. And then this one is just a standard cucumber, the kind that everybody grows. I'm doing 1 plant over here and 1 plant on the other side. That is, I can't remember, it's either a Jenny Lind melon, which is a little cantaloupe variety. And then over here, I believe, is the banana melon. So last year I grew watermelon, cantaloupe, and canary melon, and they all did really well. They did so well that I was overburdened with melon that ultimately just went to waste, or went to the chickens. So this year I thought I would do some smaller varieties that I thought we could actually use up in a single sitting, you know, and then just leave on the counter for a few days and they would be all right. So that's why I went with the smaller varieties. I've got a couple more down yonder growing up the second trellis. But then right here I have a couple of Thai loofah gourds, which I'm excited about. I've never grown those before. On the far side of the trellis are beans. Got 2 beans there, a dahlia, 2 more beans, a potted dahlia that's not doing so hot. I either need to plant it or get rid of it. And then some more beans. But here, this is a little, I just planted it 2 days ago, I think. It's a little Berkeley tie-dye heart variety of tomato. This is a painted lady. It's got some variegated leaves, which I think is lovely. The tomatoes themselves are a saladette variety that are also variegated, but the leaves will likely, the variegation will likely wash out in the full sun, which is kind of a bummer. Here is a black beauty. It seems like these darker variety tomatoes are really prone to leaf curl. It's getting just as much water as the rest of them, and it doesn't seem to matter whether I give it more water or not. It still has the curly leaves like that. And then right here, what are you? I don't remember. Oh yeah, Napa Chardonnay. So where are they? Here we go, right there. It grows these little clusters of cherries, and they're bright. They'll mature to a bright yellow cherry tomato, but they grow in big clusters. See here, I don't know if you can see that. They grow in these little clusters, and they look like little yellow clusters of grapes, and they're quite beautiful and very tasty from what I understand. And here we have a Kellogg's breakfast tomato. This, I'm not doing a good job focusing. Come on now. This is a large yellowish orange. I believe it's a beefsteak, but they're really sweet. And then over here, I lost the tag on this one. I cannot remember. I think this is an Abe Lincoln. It will produce, I believe, a very typical type tomato, like what you would envision when somebody says tomato. I think. I lost the tag on that one, so I'm not positive. It could be something different. Over here is one of my purple tomatillos. And then this is a brandywine, and I'm getting some really nice, oh no, that's sad. Oh, bummer. It didn't look like that yesterday. I don't think that is blossom end rot. I think that is cat facing. I don't know. I'll come back to you on that one. Either way, bummer. Tomatillo plant. Dude, this thing was huge yesterday. And unfortunately, Nora was messing with one of the branches that had a whole bunch of little baby tomatillos started and ripped it off. Sad day in the garden, ladies and gents. Sad day. Oh, you little sucker. Look at that. Willy worm. Organic pesticide. Okay, over here, this is another dark variety, which I think is really interesting. It's called a Dancing with Smurfs, and it is a small cherry-sized tomato. But what's really interesting, so when tomatoes grow, they grow from a main stalk here, and then they'll grow branches, and inside of the branches, like right here, call that the armpit, and they'll send off little shoots, suckers, and those suckers will grow into like a whole separate plant. And you can actually snip them off and put them in a cup of water, and they will root, and essentially you'll have like a clone of your other plant. This plant, this variety, I've got another one, is special because on the branches, I don't know if you can see this or not, but right here, it shoots off suckers like in the middle of the branches. So essentially you could root these and start whole new plants. But tomatoes